Okay, we're recording. We're back. Welcome, everyone. This is Crucible Tarot. It's a pleasure to have you here, and we will be reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of August 2026. Going to just quickly peer into the energies that are surrounding you at this time, whatever messages need to come out, or other types of information that may be relevant to you. As always, take what resonates, do not take what does not resonate. Many people will say, oh, this isn't my story, or something like that. But that's the whole point. We're reading for a collective energy, and therefore bits and pieces will come from many people around in the message, and so you'll just have to find exactly what is true for you, or whatever resonates with what's taking place in your life. So, order of the day is as always. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so you don't miss any updates from future postings, and support the channel in whichever way you see fit. I've seen a lot of growth on the channel. It's very, very exciting news for me. So I do appreciate everyone who has done the subscriptions, liked on and gave comments and things like that. So you're very much, appreciated on the channel. So let's get straight into it. We'll go to the beginning of the reading. I'm going to take a look at your initial energy. We have the Page of Cups here, and this is challenged by the Four of Swords. So what I'm getting here intuitively is I feel a person wants to communicate and feel on a level that is a bit more emotional, possibly either through relationships, or who could be feeling a bit sorry either for themselves or for something in the past. And I'm not really picking up any feelings of guilt per se, but with the Four of Swords in the challenge position, it's like this person's in a process of healing. And with the Four of Swords, as I always explain, with the traditional Rider-Waite, you have Three of Swords hanging above the individual, with the Ace of Swords hanging, right beneath them. And so what this tells us is that you're reflecting on the pain from the past in order to gain clarity. And this is what the healing process is all about. Many people say that time heals all wounds. That's not really true, because you can have festering wounds if you haven't done the healing. And that only creates even more chaos in a person's life. What we're looking at here, we're seeing an individual who is, I don't know why I'm feeling I'm feeling at an emotional level that someone is feeling remorseful. So this could be you, this could be someone that's close to you. You can let me know in the comments how that actually resonates on your end. We see that in the recent past, we had two cards here. We have the Empress in the reverse. By the way, this is movie tarot, and we have different stars and people from, different movies and so on. So this is, I'm assuming, Queen Elizabeth or possibly Cleopatra or something like that. I need to find out. You can let me know as well. With the Empress in the reverse and the Two of Coins in the reverse as well. So I'm under the impression with the Empress in the reverse, it tells us of a person who has failed to see their worth, or who is struggling with understanding their actual worth, especially in the context of how they're able to create in their own lives and how they're able to interact with people around them. So with the Empress, this is a Venusian card, which is symbolic of Taurus and Libra, and these are the types of people that attract things to their life. And what we notice here is that with the Empress and the Two of Coins both in the reverse, it's almost like you feel like you messed up. And that's what I'm getting there. Either you messed up, someone you know has messed up, and they're feeling remorseful. However it resonates, again, take it as it's such. Because with the Empress in the reverse, this is a person who's supposed to be able to attract things, who's supposed to nurture and foster things. It's almost like when the Empress is in this position, it's like a miscarriage of sorts. You feel as if the things that you were trying to build and grow with someone just didn't come to pass. And it felt like, you know, the ball had been dropped. Two of coins in the reverse is typically like the ball was dropped kind of scenario. And the things that you were trying to juggle didn't really hold up in your hands very well. So you had multiple things, situations, people even, and that didn't work out. Therefore, your sense of self-worth is crushed. And even to a degree, maybe your pride is as well. But it's not really to say that that's the case. We'll go ahead and continue looking into the rest of the reading to see what we find here. With the near future, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, clarified by the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And these are two very interesting cards because, again, I keep seeing and feeling remorse or guilt. And it's not in the Five of Cups kind of way, but it's in the Seven of Swords in the reverse kind of way. Normally, that's when you are found out from doing something that you shouldn't have been doing, or maybe struggling with, you feel like you're beating yourself up almost. Some people, it can manifest as this way. I should have done that. I should have known this. Why didn't I take those correct steps to prevent that from taking place or from happening? So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, this is almost a feeling or an energy of not being able to fight or to be able to stand your ground on something. It's almost like a giving up energy. So I'm getting Nine Inch Nails, I gave up. That song in there, the lyrics go like, I tried, I gave up. That chorus keeps playing in my head. And interestingly enough, when you have a 7 and a 9, 7s usually point to the dissolution of things or in a period of limbo, because it kind of channels a little bit of the hangman energy. And it's like an energy of which you feel that maybe now I'm hearing the fragile. Now you know this is what it feels like. Didn't turn out the way you wanted it, did it? And yeah, that's what's playing in my head right now. So if you are struggling with feelings of doubt, grief, or guilt, remorse, reflecting on the past in a negative light, you don't have to beat yourself up over that. Whatever's taken place, you're free to forgive yourself. And if you do forgive yourself, then you can move forward with the things that you need to do in life in order to be happy again. In the very core of everything, you have the Queen of Coins. This is, of course, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, way back then. Keep forgetting there was actually a Tomb Raider movie that had come out, but there it is. So, Queen of Coins, and that's clarified by the Don himself, the Hierophant from The Godfather. And so, yeah, Marlon Brando. And what we're seeing here, if this is a story about someone seeking some kind of stability and wanting to nurture that stability that they had or thought they had with someone, and then finally understanding that this was sought in a marriage that they wanted to preserve, or a strong long-term relationship that they had, or even within an organization, for example, like you're working with a company and you're part of a large organization in which you had a prominent role, and that is what you wanted to nurture and to foster. So that is in your subconscious mind of thinking about and contemplating that kind of energy. I don't know why I'm getting this energy here or this message, but for those who were in a place of employment and you fell out with a boss or a person in a high standing position, you can forgive yourself for anything that took place there. and it's not necessarily the best thing for you to continue to beat yourself up about that that situation that had taken place. Sorry, need to get my words out. But yeah, these are some things that you can think about regarding your subconscious mind. That could be the thing that you're not really quite seeing straightforward manner, in a straightforward way. But in this particular case, when we have the conscious mind, we have the Hangman in the reverse, and then we have the Queen of Cups from Emily, I believe. And when you have the Queen of Cups, that's the traditional Rider-Waite, where she's holding a chalice. And she's really thinking hard about a situation, memories from the past, her own emotional state, and she's reflecting on that as if, whatever she's holding in her chalice is a direct extension of her. And so that's with the Queen of Cups here. This here might just be a nice big brew, cup of coffee, whatnot, but it represents the emotional state that you have chosen to nurture over this period of time that reflects in the emotions that you carry here. With the Hangman in the reverse, we typically see like a person that it can represent either getting out of a stuck situation or potentially refusing to get out of the situation or not seeing things from a different perspective, not wanting to see things from a different perspective. So it could be this energy where you feel very stuck and trapped within a particular mind state, where the cup is kind of like your consciousness, which is carrying all of these thoughts, doubts, fears, insecurities, and so on about situations that have taken place in the past. And while we don't have like a Six of Cups or anything like that, we do have energies that carry that. I will ask the deck or ask the tarot what the situation is all about. What is this situation about regarding Aquarius? Okay. King of Cups. Lost in translation. That's the expression that came to mind. That's, of course, the name of the movie which this comes from. I've never seen this card before. When you're lost in translation, you have the Queen of Cups coming out in your conscious mind. King of Cups is what this is all about. So, I don't know. I guess I'm getting that this is a marriage. We did have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles as well, Queen of Coins, in your subconscious mind. King and Queen of Cups have popped out as well. Empress in the reverse. This feels to me like a marriage, or maybe a very strong relationship in which there was a long-term commitment to something. It seems to have dissolved. And whoever this is, they're feeling very apologetic. And clarify a little bit more. Knight of Swords. I'll ask a little bit more because there's a lot of people showing up. Page of Wands. Of course, you get that. Men in Black. There you go. There's a lot of men in this reading, so I'll just say it. There may be, for one or two of you who this resonates with, multiple masculine figures were involved in this situation, whether that is a marriage in which the individual here stepped out on, or B, people involved in a work situation. Is this work upright? Is this relationship reverse? Work upright, relationship reverse. So this tells me that this is a work situation upright, but take it as it resonates again with the situation that is going on in your life, and try to see it as such. Now, moving towards the future, moving towards the outcome of all of this, we have justice. That is Clint Eastwood from Unforgiven. Then we have the Six of Wands on its side. I see someone who is trying to rebalance a relationship that they had in the past with someone who they cared deeply about, and trying to score a victory with that. A lot of this could be formed out of guilt, or it could be from a genuine love connection, because I see the King and Queen of Cups. In your current energy, though, it's the Page of Cups, which oftentimes denotes an apology. If that is such the case, then consider whether the apology is genuinely placed and thought of. If this is a work situation, try to tap into try to leverage your creative talents and capabilities to find something new. Because with the Justice card here, justice can mean one of two things: rebalancing, rekindling something, bringing things back to best. But it can also even tell us about getting a new contract, a marriage of sorts. Six of Wands on its side. There's a possibility of victory in all of this. However, it is really up to you, and the energy must right itself. The energy must clarify itself through solid action towards the thing that you're trying to achieve. Clarify one more time. Again, getting more energy. King of Swords in the reverse. That's Minority Report. I suppose the thing that could stop this from becoming successful is the potentiality of a lack of clear planning and thinking. So whoever it is that this individual is trying to reconcile with, or whatever it is that you're trying to bring back into balance, make sure that you have a solid plan and strategy, because that is what the King of Swords is about. They give that plan, they give that strategy. They're a master of communication and mental defense and things of that nature. Now, for your oracle message, we have from the Moonology Oracle deck, we have this. It's a time to give rather than take. That's New Moon in Virgo. So it's a time for you to engage yourself into a period of service. This gives you the capability of understanding what you need to contribute to a situation in order to balance it out. Because when you think about Virgo, you'd also think about the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, things of that nature. That would allow you to balance out the lack of worth that you feel. Sometimes, maybe even if this is a conversation that you need to have with yourself, because of these two things, it could be that now you have to really determine what your true worth and value is, so that once you bring these things together into balance, you can upright the Six of Wands. So even if this is something just related to, I need to feel that I can see my own worth and I can understand and grasp the full potential of who I am. In order for me to do that, I have to stop feeling feelings of guilt and negativity and wanting to give up and not feeling as if I'm at my best. Only then will you be able to, get out of this energy here, which is the Queen of Cups and Hangman in the reverse. Only then can you heal whatever's taken place within. And that will in turn lead you to open yourself to new opportunities and help you to emanate your true self-worth. Because, say for instance, this is a person who just lacks any kind of positivity about how they feel, how they look, what they want to accomplish or achieve in life. It can almost feel like the person just has given up on everything. And what the cards are telling you to do is to focus on who you really are, your true capabilities. And it may be difficult for you to do that first, but when you're true about yourself, you can be true to yourself. When you can see yourself and your value for what it really is, that is when you can activate those qualities and talents that are a true reflection of your worth to the rest of the world and to yourself. So those are what I'm really seeing here. That's really all I'm getting in this entire reading. So if this has resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Feel free again, as always, to like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell. Don't forget to support the channel in any way that you like to see fit. And very much, I appreciate your time and energy to this. Thank you. This has been Crucible Tarot. And until next time, VIAM, GEVURAH, AMBULO. Take care.